Hi, I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Ben.
Together we're 15 Degrees North.
Today we're going to show you the sights and sounds of South Central China.
Are you already thinking that the scenery from Zhangjiajie looks somewhat familiar?
Are you looking at these vertical, jagged mountains and thinking, you know what, these look kind of familiar? Well, you're not the only one.
While Zhangjiajie is very famous in its native China, this national park is famous in the West for serving as the inspiration for James Cameron's Pandora, the stunningly beautiful landscape in his Avatar film series.
So while we were definitely there to see for ourselves this cultural gem of Chinese heritage, we were also there to geek out.
I definitely felt like Zoe Saldana.
And I felt just like Sigourney Weaver.
I'm dressed in blue, like an avatar. Not a coincidence.
Zhangjiajie is in Hunan province in south-central China.
Well, if we're being technical, Zhangjiajie is actually a city, but the Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, which is part of Wulingyan scenic area, is the bit that everyone comes to see.
From the city, you can easily access the park via taxi, and you can enter or exit from any of its gates.
Your ticket gives you access to the park for 3 days, but we only visited on 1 day. However, if you're a hiker, you can easily fill that time.
Our experience of China was that it was an exceptionally cheap country to visit. However, the entry ticket to the national park was steep.
If you just buy entry to the main park, it's going to set you back about £22 per person. However, that does not give you access to the cable car.
Tally cabins, love.
Or the elevator, which you need access to in order to be able to, well, do anything at all.
So when you buy a combined ticket, that includes all of these, that's more like £55, which is a pricey day trip.
There's over-tourism, and then there's this place.
You will never walk alone.
It's seriously. I don't think we've ever been anywhere that's quite as over-touristed as this place. There's just people everywhere. Crowds, queuing, ridiculous.
Now we were really looking forward to our trip to Zhangjiajie.
In fact, for me, it was #1 on my list of what I was most excited for in China.
And while it did not disappoint in terms of views, the whole tourism experience ruined it somewhat for us.
We were constantly aware in China that we were competing for tickets for anything with 1.4 billion people, but even out here in the countryside, it was just so impossible to have any space to enjoy what we were seeing.
So while we wouldn't discourage you from seeing Zhangjiajie, it's probably worth doing your research to see when it's a little bit quieter.
Another massive attraction in the area is Tianmen Mountain.
Literally translated as Heaven's Gate Mountain, its stone arch is a true geological marvel, and people flock to come and see it.
A telecabin connects it to the town of Zhangjiajie below, which is the longest cable car ascent in the world. However, you have to book a long time in advance, otherwise you might miss out, like we did.
Once you arrive on the mountain, you are then presented with a choice. You can either go up the escalators, cut into the mountain to the arch, or you can ascend the stairway to heaven.
Guess which we did.
There are 999 steps from here to the top. Check back in a moment to see how we fared.
Needless to say, climbing up those stairs was pretty tough, especially considering the heat.
A quarter of the way there, how are we feeling?
Okay for now.
For now.
Okay for now.
How are you doing?
Okay for now.
It was hard.
Halfway.
Really hard.
3/4. I'm dying.
I thought I was going to die.
We made it to the top.
Sweaty.
Sweaty messes. I don't think there were actually 999. I mean, I counted about 900, but I clearly can't count.
At the top, you are presented with a cavern in which they have built a stunning mirrored infinity pool.
But not the kind you can swim in.
You can then go up even higher and explore the plateau at the top of the mountain.
And the clouds did clear for us eventually.
There are boardwalks up there, viewing platforms, telecabins, a glass bridge, and lots of people everywhere you look.
Descending just before sunset, we got to see the mountain lit up with a stunning light show.
Because if there's one thing we learned about China from day one, it was that if there's something pretty, you can bet your last yuan that they'll find a creative way to light it after dark. After all that climbing, a traditional and exceptionally spicy hot pot was well deserved.
Plus, we needed to gather our strength, because there were still 2 beautifully preserved traditional towns nearby that we needed to visit.
The first was Fenghuang.
With all the modernity we had seen in China, we had been craving a healthy dose of historic charm.
Fenghuang is where we got it.
Sitting on the banks of the river Zhangjiajie, the town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and has been described by many historians as China's most beautiful town.
And it's easy to see why. It certainly exceeded our expectations.
The old town is extensive, but it is a living and breathing community that feels authentic and not a museum.
There are meandering streets, tiny boutiques, markets, city walls, preserved bridges, restaurants, bar, which, by the way, we found very few of it in China, so it was definitely nice to have a drink with a view here.
Across China, we also found that photography runs a booming trade in all these ancient sites.
There are studios on every street with vast costume rentals attached, meaning that you can dress up in traditional clothing and they'll take you out to the perfect vantage point for an iconic photo shoot.
After all, China's historic sites have been so beautifully preserved, then why wouldn't you want some amazing photos taken in somewhere like Fenghuang?
Subsequently, you see people wandering around in traditional clothing all the time, adding a very surreal element that makes you feel like you've traveled back in time even more.
And then comes nighttime.
As soon as the sun sets, the building starts to be lit, and you're presented with a remarkable sight of these incredible buildings, lit with all the colours of the rainbow.
All the sightseeing you've been previously doing has to be revisited once again because everything now looks completely different.
It's certainly one way of making your tourist stay longer and spend more money.
You'll want to linger, experience the atmosphere, watch the light shows, and then go for a yummy dinner. Or a questionable dinner with ingredients that are a bit challenging.
Every time we come to a town in China, it just comes alive at night.
It really does,
Like
yeah,
even
stunning.
here, where it's actually quite a small town, it's quite rural, it's banging.
Yeah, it really does.
Party town.
Can we just talk about that chicken feet and head? That was dinner.
There was a face looking at us from our dinner.
Yeah.
We ate the dinner, but we didn't eat the face.
So we chased this memorable meal down with cocktails with a view.
Finally, we visited Furong.
This ancient town sitting on the edge of a waterfall has found worldwide fame in recent years thanks to Instagram.
And we are no different from the rest of its international visitors who only knew about this place because it kept popping up in our feeds.
While it's not a huge town, you can easily see its sights within a few hours, you're really here to see its stunning view over and over again from as many angles as you can.
Historically, this was a small town known as Wangkun, but in 1986, a movie was shot here entitled Hibiscus Town, which was extremely popular in China.
The town was named Furong in the movie, and people flocked from across the country to see this hidden gem nestled in the countryside.
Soon the town was renamed and a vast tourism infrastructure created.
It looks like something out of Lord of the Rings.
You can explore its old town, walk behind the waterfall, and, of course, see its remarkable light show after dark.
There is a fee to enter the town, which is about £15, but included in your fee is a ticket to watch a down show about the mythology surrounding the town.
Obviously, we couldn't understand any of the words, but the performances were amazing nonetheless.
This area of China is one that's flooded with tourists, but for good reasons.
The national parks and historic towns are truly worth seeing.
But only if you don't mind sharing them with about 1 million other tourists too.